Hello, you're kicking off the Tuesday's edition of QPVN English News Bulletin. We're with Minh Chi and again the headlines. Party General Secretary Tôn Lâm meets with Party Committee of Vietnam Fatherland Front and mass organizations. USAID-Vietnam cooperation projects to be ongoing. ASEAN to build citizen-centric policy effectiveness framework. At the morning of June the 23rd in Hanoi, Party General Secretary Tôn Lâm met with the Party Committee of the Vietnam Fatherland Front and central-level mass organizations to review recent leadership outcomes and set key tasks ahead. Party General Secretary emphasized the importance of promoting their core political role, enhancing public communication and mobilization efforts among domestic and overseas Vietnamese. He called for mobilizing resources and unleashing the creativity and unity of the people to successfully implement four pillar resolutions of the Politburo, namely Resolution number 57, 59, 66, and 68. He urged civil servants, workers, and all social sectors to support the ongoing restructuring of the administrative apparatus from central to local levels, ensuring greater efficiency and effectiveness. Citing President Ho Chi Minh saying, "Nothing is difficult if the people consent. Everything is possible if the people act." He encouraged enterprises and citizens to boost production and business activities. Party General Secretary Tôn Lâm also stressed that under the new organizational model, the Vietnam Fatherland Front and mass organizations must closely follow their functions, focusing on enhancing oversight, social feedback, and party building. He underscored the role of these organizations in strengthening the close bond between the party and the people. He affirmed that all efforts must aim to reinforce great national unity, foster social consensus, and strengthen public trust in party and state policies. On this occasion, he presented Politburo Decision number 304, dated June the 10th, 2025, on the functions, duties, and organizational structure of the Vietnam Fatherland Front Central Committee, marking a key step in improving its structure and effectiveness to meet the country's development needs in the new era. On June the 23rd, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính chaired a meeting of key government members to assess recent developments in the Middle East and other global changes impacting Vietnam's economic growth and propose timely policy responses. The Prime Minister affirmed that despite current challenges, there is also a timely opportunity for Vietnam to restructure its economy toward a greener, faster, and more sustainable model by diversifying markets, products, and supply chains. The Prime Minister called on military sectors, agencies, citizens, and businesses to continue building on the experience gained since the beginning of the term, remain calm and steadfast in pursuing the set goals, and stay focused on monitoring developments closely to respond proactively and effectively within their functions and responsibilities. He also urged continued revitalization and strong promotion of traditional growth drivers, namely investment, exports, and consumption, while creating breakthroughs in emerging areas such as science and technology, innovation, digital transformation, and green transition. On the fiscal policy, the government will continue to apply measures such as tax and free exemption, deferrals, and reductions to support people and businesses, cutting spending, promoting thrift, accelerating public investment disbursement, reducing unnecessary expenditures, and strengthening price and market controls. At the same time, the government will manage monetary policy flexibly and prudently, control inflation, ensure stable exchange rates and interest rates for better capital access, curb speculation, and prioritize credit for deep processing and manufacturing. The Prime Minister requested that major economic balances be maintained, especially food and energy security under all circumstances. He also emphasized the need to ensure steady supplies and prices for essentials like fuel and electricity, along with secure and reliable telecom and information networks. At the same time, the government will boost domestic consumption to ease supply chain disruption, promote e-commerce and e-taxation, advance the Vietnamese Use Vietnamese Goods campaign, and develop tourism, culture, and entertainment industries. The Prime Minister highlighted the need for coordinated public communication to showcase Vietnam's socio-economic achievements, maintain investor confidence, prevent speculation and panic, and foster social consensus to overcome challenges and achieve national development goals. On June the 23rd, the Central Military Commission Standing Board held meetings to review the preparations for the Party Congresses of Military Reason 3 and the Navy Service for the 2025-2030 term. These two party committees under the Central Military Commission have been selected to hold early congresses to draw lessons for wider implementation. The meetings were chaired by General Phan Van Giang, Minister of National Defense. Mr. Phan Van Giang requested that both party committees strictly uphold and effectively apply the principle of democratic centralism during personnel preparation and the overall organization of their congresses. He emphasized the need to draft strategic, forward-looking documents that concretize goals and targets to enhance their advisory role to the Central Military Commission and Ministry of National Defense on defense and military work. He also called for a continued focus on building a strong whole people defense posture, enhancing civil defense and strengthening public trust and unity. The party committees were urged to propose innovative policies and solutions to improve combat readiness, training quality and exercises at all levels, while building politically strong units and safeguarding the party's ideology. Additionally, General Phan Van Giang directed the units to lead in renewed mission execution mechanisms that align with local realities and the two-tier local government model, contributing to the firm protection of national independence, sovereignty, unity, and territorial integrity. This July, USAID in Vietnam will officially cease its operations. While one mission comes to an end, the commitment to and journey of cooperation between Vietnam and the U.S. in addressing war legacy will be ongoing. It was highlighted during a meeting on June the 23rd at the Ministry of National Defense between Senior Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến, Deputy Minister of National Defense, and USAID Vietnam Mission Director Reup. Senior Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến expressed his sincere gratitude to and appreciation for the contributions of USAID, Vietnam, and Ms. Reup herself in effectively implementing the dioxin remediation project at Bien Hoa Airport and support for Agent Orange dioxin victims. He highlighted that the inclusion of Vietnam's post-war consequence settlement projects among the 17% of USAID-funded projects that have been reactivated reflects the importance to the bilateral relations in general and defense cooperation between the two countries in particular. Deputy Minister Chiến called on the U.S. Embassy in Vietnam and relevant U.S. agencies to continue collaborating closely with Vietnam's Ministry of National Defense in effectively implementing agreements on war legacy settlement. He urged the prioritization of resources to accelerate dioxin remediation at Bien Hoa and Phuket airports and some other contaminated areas. He also proposed close cooperation in implementing the project to improve the quality of life for persons with disabilities in 8 heavily spread provinces and the expansion of the activity in other provinces. Additionally, he emphasized the need to enhance coordination in carrying out the signed Memorandum of Understanding on searching for Vietnamese soldiers missing in action during the war in Vietnam. This includes information sharing, exchange of war memorabilia, and capacity building support for Vietnam in DNA testing. Ms. Reup reaffirmed that despite USA's closure in Vietnam, the current projects addressing war legacy could be ongoing, hoping that there could be more projects in the future so that the cooperation in overcoming the consequences of war can continue in the future. On behalf of the Ministry of National Defense of Vietnam, Senior Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến presented certificates of merit from the Minister of National Defense to Ms. Reup and several U.S. staff members in recognition of their positive contribution to addressing the consequences of dioxin chemical in the aftermath of the war in Vietnam. The 2025 Military Women's Sports Festival wrapped up on June the 23rd at the Hanoi Capital Command. Senior Lieutenant General Lê Huy Vịnh, Deputy Minister of National Defense and Head of the Military Committees for the Advancement of Women, and Senior Lieutenant General Lê Quang Minh, Vice Chairman of the General Political Department and Deputy Head of the Committee, attended the closing ceremony. The organizer recorded 15 first place, 15 second place, and 28 third place teams in women's starter volleyball and doubles badminton, along with 28 units for outstanding performance and 7 for excellence in group dance fitness. The festival showcased teamwork, determination, and strong sportsmanship, contributing to better health, spirit, and physical training across the military women's network. Coming up next, ASEAN to build citizen-centric policy effectiveness framework. Namdic eyes marine tourism growth. On June the 23rd, the 12th meeting of the ASEAN Social Cultural Community Strategic Plan Post-2025 Working Group officially opened in Hanoi. This is a crucial part of the process to develop the ASCC strategic plan beyond 2025, aimed at realizing the ASEAN Community Vision 2045. The delegates reviewed progress in drafting guiding documents and finalizing the resource framework, a monitoring and evaluation tool for the ASCC strategic plan's implementation. Vietnamese Deputy Minister of Home Affairs Vũ Chiến Thắng urged the working group to closely coordinate with 15 specialized agencies of the pillar to standardize key performance indicators consistent with ASEAN's overarching goals by 2045. He also emphasized accelerating communications efforts for the strategic plan, considering it an essential parallel task to enhance community awareness and disseminate ASEAN's common values. The policy of restructuring and merging administrative units is being widely implemented across the country and has received strong public support. One of the key factors contributing to this consensus is the proactive efforts of various sectors and localities, not only in enhancing communications and public awareness, but also in prioritizing social welfare, especially during the sensitive phase of administrative merger. At the age of 70, Mrs. Hong is filled joy as she prepares to move into a new home. With $2,400 in support from the state budget, along with additional contributions from her family, she was able to build a spacious house. I'm so happy I'm about to have a new home. I won't have to worry about storms anymore. Despite undergoing administrative merger, Hung Xuân Commune in Phu Thác Province continues to prioritize eliminating makeshift homes. To meet the target of removing 26 such houses this year, local officials are speeding up land certification procedures to help residents build new, safer homes. We are implementing the merger while ensuring social welfare, reducing poverty and eliminating makeshift houses so that people feel secure during the transition. In addition to removing makeshift houses, the local government has supported poor households with crop and livestock seedlings. With this help, Thuy's family transformed their garden into a drought lily tough herb farm, expected to earn 3 to 4 times more than traditional crops. During the transition from a 3-tier to a 2-tier local administrative system, ensuring policy implementation and addressing people's concerns are key to social consensus. Each new house reflects not just our policies, but the harmony between the party's vision and the people's will. With its long coastline and pristine beaches, Nam Định holds significant potential for tourism, yet its marine tourism remains underexploited. Local authorities are implementing solutions to boost its presence on the tourism map. Notably, Hai Hậu District has transformed the ruined church on Nhà Thờ Đồ on Cồn Thao Beach into a major tourist attraction. Concurrent efforts include upgrading infrastructure, addressing coastal erosion, improving accommodations, and linking modern tours with other tourism ties. This has boosted recognition for both the route and beaches like Thịnh Long and Hải Đông. In 2024, Nam Định recorded nearly 1.9 million visitors and 560 billion Vietnam dong in tourism revenue. To foster sustainable growth while preserving identity and environment, the province is focusing on integrated tourism models, including nature-based ecotourism, cultural, historical, spiritual, and community tourism, aiming to enhance regional ties and develop specialized green tourism packages with community involvement. It is the end of the English News Bulletin today. You can watch our news again at QPVN.vn. Have a goodbye and see you next time.